CD Baby presents the debut album of Reggae KISS.
In this naked city, there are 10 million stories.
10 KISS classics in new costumes.
Let's get naked in the city. Gonna let you go.
Reggae KISS.
Creatures of the night, we say. The creatures of the night. I want you. Oh yeah.
Reggae KISS.
Listen up. It's a black diamond. Oh yeah.
Creatures of the night. Naked City. I Stole Your Love. Rock and roll all night. Unholy. Black Diamond. I Want You. New York Groove. Love Gun. God of Thunder. Have you never heard them before?
Oh, you know, back in the New York. Oh, you know, I'm mad. Not created by man. We have the Lord.
Reggae KISS.
From the left and the power.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to episode 12 of the KISS Army Nation podcast. I am your host, Pasquale Vari, and I am joined by my co-host, Andy Moyen. Welcome back, Andy.
Hey, my name is Reggae Andy today.
So today's podcast is going international. We are joined by David Fremberg, aka Reggae Paul, from the Swedish tribute band Reggae KISS. Welcome, David.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Glad to have you here. So I would like to start by getting to know the man behind the makeup. And I know that as a musician, you start to play clubs at a very young age. How did your love for music come about?
Well, it all came really natural because music has been in my family for generations. My father was a jazz musician, and his father was a jazz pianist. And my mother played the piano, my grandmother played the piano, and people are singing. So yeah, it's pretty much in the blood.
And what kind of music were you into?
Well, growing up, it was, I was this close to start playing the trumpet.
Okay.
But because I started taking trumpet lessons when I was maybe 6 or something. And one night, my father, he had some wine and he was going on tour the next morning. So he had some problems with his horn. So I think the mouthpiece got stuck and he tried to fix it. But instead, he broke his trumpet in the middle of the night before going on tour. So he just opened my door and said, "David, I need to borrow your trumpet for 2 weeks." And I was like, okay. And it was such a school trumpet. So when he came back after 2 weeks, it was almost broken. So he said, "Do you want anything else?" And I said, "Yes, electric guitar, please." So that's how it started. After that, it just came natural. I started playing bands, and the biggest thing, I discovered KISS. So
Well, I know. When did you discover KISS? Just quick. What year?
Yeah, I think it was 1985. In Sweden, we have, I think you have it in America as well, something in Sweden, it's called the 48,000 kroners question. It's a program where people with specialties can do this contest where they're asked by experts questions and they level up every week. Anyway, it was huge because back in the 80s in Sweden, we only had 2 TV channels. It was really, really rough growing up in those days because there was nothing to watch. And especially if you wanted to see something about music that wasn't classical or folk music, then you were stuck. I mean, you couldn't see anything anywhere. But in 85, one girl, she was in this competition with the subject KISS. And that's when I saw KISS on TV for the first time. And from that moment on, I was totally hooked.
All right. So you've toured around the world with your band, and I'm not going to say the band was named right. So can you say the name of the band for me?
It's called Andromeda.
All right. I thought maybe I say it right, but I'm from New England, so I never say the R's right, so I'll mess it up automatically. So that'd be a screw up. So tell us about the band. Tell us about the band.
Well, Andromeda, we started real early, back in 1999. Was the first, we got the record contract for the first album. And then since then we've done, is it 5 or 6 albums? I don't remember. And 2 live DVDs, and we toured around the world. And yeah, it's progressive metal. It's a very small genre, but with diehard fans, and it's a lot of fun as a musician to play that kind of music. It's a real challenge. So yeah, it's been fun.
So was KISS your inspiration for Andromeda, or was Andromeda your inspiration for KISS?
Nah, I wouldn't say that, because I actually joined the band right after the first album was recorded. So I'm not the one starting that band. So I was into KISS way earlier.
What's the scene like in Sweden with, KISS stuff?
Yeah, KISS has always been really big in Sweden. Really big. I mean, if you remember the first time KISS went to Europe in '76, their biggest gig on that tour was right in Stockholm. They played for 15,000 people in the Tivoli in Stockholm. The Gröna Lund is called. In other places in Europe, they played for as little as 1,500 people, I think, or 3,000. And so since then, KISS has always been really big in Sweden. Much bigger than in, for example, Denmark, that is just right by Sweden. So Sweden has always been very special. I mean, during the reunion, it was crazy. They sold out so many tickets in like no time whatsoever. They broke Michael Jackson's records, and yeah, it's been a really good country for KISS.
Okay, so you started off as a musician at a very young age. You started a band, Andromeda. You got into KISS also at a very young age. And then it was the creation of Reggae KISS. How did that come about?
Well, that was just a coincidence, really. It wasn't thought through at all. It was 10 years ago that me and Christopher, my best friend that is also in Reggae KISS, we got the offer to play some acoustic KISS numbers just by chance, because in a local club, they had this event every year that was a KISS quiz night. So we went there every night and won, basically, because it was so much fun. It was really hard questions, but we went there every year. And after like the 5th year, we got a little restless, sitting at home like, I wonder, it's May already. It should be KISS quiz soon again. So we phoned up the guy hosting it, and he said, you guys always win. Why don't you host it instead? So we thought, yeah, cool. And we started thinking, like, besides questions, maybe we could play some songs. Yeah, and we started like thinking, well, 2 acoustic guitars, yeah. And then it came to me that I know all these guys that love KISS. I know like one of the best drummers in Sweden. And he always said to me, like, if you want to do something with KISS, call me. So we called him, and he said, yes, I would love to join. And then we asked the bass player, and suddenly we were 4. And then we said, maybe we can play with electric guitars instead. Yeah. And then maybe we should put on makeup. So suddenly we were there doing it. I mean, we were doing what we thought about doing since we were kids. We were putting together this KISS show with, we didn't have any costumes, so we did it a la Dress to Kill. So we called ourselves Dress to Thrill. And we wore the costumes and everything, even the blue socks for Gene. You know, if you have seen the original Dress to Kill cover, but in color, then you know that he has blue socks. So we did it all the way, and just for fun, did 7 songs. I Want You, I Still Really Love, and a couple more. And the place was packed. It was so packed that there was a line all over. They never had so many people in there, ever. So we said, we got to do this again because it was so much fun. And we got together the real KISS costumes, and we put together the whole KISS Alive show with fire and crushing guitars and everything. And we did some really cool shows here during 10 years. We played with we did a KISS symphony with a
Wow.
local symphony orchestra here, which is really, really well known. We did 8 sold-out shows, like 2,000 people each night. Did a full KISS symphony there, and we did it also in another place in Sweden. And we played all over Scandinavia during 10 years. And it was it 5 or 6 years ago, that during one rehearsal, that we just by chance started doing like the backwards thing instead. Like, we were saying, yeah, this could work as a reggae tune. Yeah, and then we decided that my friend Christopher, he should come to my studio one night with some wine and let's try it out just for fun. So we did that. We just drank some wine and we had some drum loops going, and we recorded in one night I Stole Your Love. And we had so much fun. It just came so natural and easy that we just put it out right away on YouTube. And then boom, we had tens of thousands of people looking at it, and Paul Stanley tweeting about it and stuff. And we were like, wow, let's do another one. And then after that, it just grew. And since I've been working as a freelance musician all my life, so we know some really skilled guys, musicians. So we just asked them, like, would you like to join us for some recordings? And everyone was positive, saying, yes, please. So we put together the best imaginable band we could think of. So we started recording for real, and it just developed by itself. It's no thought about it, really. It just happened. Real smooth.
I was talking to Chris online. What's Chris's role in the band?
He played guitar.
Guitar. And the makeup?
Actually, it's only me that wears the makeup.
Okay.
But he's ace sometimes.
Okay. And you're wearing the Paul makeup. Why Paul?
Paul always been my biggest idol. I don't know. And he sings all those songs. I mean, it was so natural.
Okay. So I just want to get this straight. So it was Dressed to Thrill, that it's the same band members that then morphed into Reggae KISS?
No, not really. It's only me and Christopher from that band.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then you hired other members to be part. How many members are in the band?
10.
There's 10 members in the band.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Man, you have such you have passion for producing, writing music. Tell everybody about all the arrangements for, the songs for Reggae KISS. Which ones worked? And then did you try some that you wanted to do that didn't work that well?
Well, the thing is, it's kind of complex to make it work, because you can put on the reggae hat and just do a fake reggae and do any song, but it will sound like. So you have to really find the songs that are simple enough, that have the right melody language and everything, and make them, because the others won't work, to make it credible. So yes, we tried out, or more to say, we didn't try out as a band, but me and Christopher, which were the main guys in the band, we sat down with acoustic guitars and tried out all these kind of songs and just thought about them. This should work, and tried out before we presented to the band. So we started one song that didn't work really well, but we might get it to work.
So as you said earlier, KISS Online featured several of your songs, and both Paul and Gene were blown away by your renditions of the songs that you had on YouTube. Really, you're living every fan's dream to be recognized by Paul and Gene for your KISS projects. How did it feel getting a thumbs up by your idols?
Well, I was like 12 years old again in my heart. It was really a rush. I mean, we didn't imagine that. So it was, really cool. Really cool.
Is Paul and Gene, are they aware of the album release?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't know.
And how early in this did Paul and Gene recognize the music? Like around what year?
Yeah, the first year. I mean,
really
pretty right away. They shared our videos on their Facebook and Instagram and stuff.
Well, because personally, I listen to a lot of I love listening to KISS cover bands, and a lot of bands like to play the songs faithful to the way KISS plays it, which is great. But I like to hear something that's different. I've heard Kiss being played in the style of country, the style of bluegrass. You know, so when I heard about Reggae Kiss, I was blown away. And I remember when a good friend of mine, Jill Lewis, who posted herself with the album. By the way, here it is. And I was like, wait a minute, how did I not know about this? And that's when I emailed you guys and go, listen, can I get a copy of the record of the album? And I've been playing it almost every day since I've got it. It's such it's faithful to the band, to the sense of fun that the Kiss songs really are about. Is that what you were trying to get across when playing these songs?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's a labor of love. I mean, we didn't think about it as let's do something fun or ridiculous or whatever. We just, because actually I loved reggae music as well since I was a kid, and as a huge Kiss fan, it just came. It was just for fun, but we didn't do it as a just to make fun of anything or anything. It's just the love for the music, all those great songs, and just making something new of it. Yeah, so it's all about as a musician having fun.
And what were your expectations of the fans' perception of the music? How the fans would receive it?
Yeah, actually none, because we didn't have any agenda with this at all. I mean, that's why it's so fun, because as a musician, I've been playing for a living since I was a kid. And always when it's something with music, sadly enough, it's much about how much am I going to make from this or blah, blah, blah. And this is not like that, because this is just for the love of music. And that for me is so liberating and fun. So we don't give. I mean, so if somebody don't like it, I mean, yeah, then they don't have to listen. But if they do, great. That's awesome.
Wow, you I mean, not only you got Gene and Paul giving me thumbs up, you turn around and all of a sudden there's Bruce Kulick. How was working with Bruce Kulick, that experience with working with Bruce? So now you have a third member, you know, that loves your stuff. Now is going to actually in with you. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it was like we were just discussing it, like, why not just drop in an email and see what he says? Probably he won't answer, but he answered, and he really liked our stuff, and he would love to join. And I was really blown away. I mean, you should see me. I was jumping up and down. And I wrote him this long letter about, wow, the first time I saw you live was when I was 12 years old, and went to Copenhagen, and I waited for hours, and I saw you live, and that was like game changer for all my life. And yeah, it was amazing to have him on this song.
Unbelievable. All this stuff coming at you so quick now, right?
Yeah.
Now you're like this. Now you're like this. Your head's this big, right? You're doing this a little bit more, you know.
No, it's really nice, and I'm so happy as a musician, because it's kind of hard to explain, but when you do play as many gigs as I've done through the years in so many different styles of music and everything, sometimes you get kind of lost in why you play music, because it's so much fun and the energy and the love for music. But this was a real thing for me to just reawake that feeling as when I was 13, like when I was really waiting to get to the rehearsal room on Wednesday. I mean, really waiting for it. It's so good to have that feeling again.
And Andy had a good point in terms of the popularity of the band. How popular is it compared to Dress to Thrill and Andromeda?
Well, Dress to Thrill, I don't know. We're it's a totally different thing, because we just do the shows. That's what we do with a Kiss tribute band. I mean, that's what we are about. And Andromeda, it's more popular. I mean, we've been around the world. We've been touring stadiums in Asia. We've been to America, toured, and we've been to Moscow, and we've had some really cool times with that band, and that's my original music. So it's all your different children, so to speak.
And right now, your basic love for music, where does it stand? Does it stand with Reggae Kiss? Your music with Andromeda, Dress to Thrill? What is it for you?
It's so hard because I've always been so eclectic. I love so many styles of music. I mean, my record collection is all over the place, but I've always come back to the 70s rock stuff, which I really love. There's something special about that when it's before music got too calculated, I guess. I mean, when people were actually playing together, when people knew the skills, and I always come back to that, the 70s rock. And that's what's so much fun with Reggae Kiss, because that's what I wanted to try out as a producer, instead of what is very normal today. The drummer plays his part and then sends those files to a bass player that has this click track and plays, and then when he's done playing, he looks like microscopically at the waveform, like, I didn't play right there, and then sends it to the other place. Instead, we did like we imagine bands did in the 70s. We studio together, and we just put up our instruments, and then I said, okay, I'm thinking about doing I Want You. And I've been thinking of it in this way, and I was trying with my guitar, and everyone was, yeah, okay, let's try it. And then someone says, we should take it a little faster. And then we tried it out. Maybe it was slower. And then suddenly, yeah, that's it. That's so right. And then we played 3-4 times, and then we hit the record button, and there it is. And we look at each other. We can see when the drummer is like da-ga-da-dum, rakatish, and we look at him, and we can like play along. And that's the musician magic. Like, and you can hear it right away that it's just that swing is there. And that's, yeah, for me as a producer, is magic. That interaction.
Yeah, nice. You're playing in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, first I'm gonna say you got a lot of talent, dude. Way a lot of talent. So wow, crazy. But you're working on another Reggae Kiss album, and can you tell us anything about it?
Yeah, sure. We're actually I'm in the last part of mixing it, so we're gonna master it in 5 days.
Wow,
so, nice.
Yeah, so we just finished up the last things on it.
Can you put it on CD, please?
There's so few people listening to CD these days. So, yeah, I don't know.
No, there's been a revival of vinyls lately. It's like personally, I don't buy CDs anymore. For me, it's all on vinyl. I have this extensive vinyl collection.
Same here. I have all my CDs in my basement, but I have all my vinyls up in my apartment. So.
Well, it's just easier to ship a CD than it is a vinyl.
I know.
That's the reason why.
But we have some really cool songs on the new album. It's some deep cuts and some not so deep cuts, but really 11 great songs, I think.
Fantastic. Any idea of a possible due date?
Yeah, we're thinking about having the vinyl ready in the end of August.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Another one. Hey, I can use it on my vacation when I go on my regular cruise in late October. So now be able to have two. When I'm sitting there on the deck, I can just chilling out and I'll be listening to Reggae Kiss on my headphones, right? There's nothing wrong with that while I'm out in the out somewhere in the Caribbean somewhere. You know what I mean?
That's like our goal, to join the Kiss cruise going to the Caribbean. That would be awesome.
I saw that online. Have you tried contacting Sixsmith?
Yeah, we did that a couple of years ago. Threw away something on Messenger, but they didn't respond.
Have you tried lately?
No, we haven't. But maybe we should.
Oh, because Reggae Kiss would be perfect for the Kiss cruise. Are you kidding?
Yeah, why not? Right? It's a perfect fix, really. You know, they've had all kinds of different bands. It's not like they just stuck to one type of music either, you know. So why not, man? I think it fits good. It's still got the Kiss style.
Yeah, it would be.
I think at the beginning of the Kiss cruise, Paul didn't like the idea of having other tribute bands on the ship. But there's been a couple of tribute bands in their 10-year run, so I don't see why they wouldn't have one of the best, man. Reggae Kiss, one of the most fun, you know.
Yeah, and it's different too. It's not just the songs; it's a whole different way of putting it out there.
Yeah,
but you're in the middle of the ocean and people are having drinks and hanging out on the deck. Imagine that, and the pool deck and stuff like that. The next show, just hearing Reggae Kiss ripping it out. That'd be awesome.
I think it would be perfect fit.
You know, I was about to say, if you go on the Kiss cruise, you'll get international acclaim. I think you're getting that now. You're pretty well known internationally. I've seen the pictures online of people from around the world, you know, holding up the record in different ways, you know. How do you feel about, like, people across the world are aware of what you're doing in Sweden?
Yeah, that's so much fun. I mean, we're really happy. I mean, to hear from people in Argentina or Moscow or America or Australia. I mean, people have been really, really happy about it and getting in touch from all over the world. That's awesome.
And I know that your latest endeavor was the online concert.
Yeah.
How did that go?
That was so much fun. I mean, that was amazing. It was, as we are 10 people, you can imagine that it's pretty hard to getting the band together. I mean, also thinking about that, we have some of the best musicians in Sweden, actually. We have some really top guys. I mean, so they work on some of the top projects. So get 10 of those people together to rehearse and to do a show, it's really hard. I mean, it takes a lot of phone calls. But we actually made it happen, finally. We've been wanting to do it live for so long. And we were actually doing 2 rock cruises here in Sweden just when Corona came. So it got postponed again. And we got offered this online stream. And it turned out that it couldn't be any better. The arranger was Julius Malmström, the same guy that took Kiss to Sweden in 1976.
Wow. Wow.
And he now runs a theater in my hometown here, not so far away. A really nice theater where they said, yeah, we want you to play online. And we were thinking, like, yeah, it will probably just be done like this, you know. I mean, who are we? But no. The thing was, everyone involved in this project, the guys the film crew and the light crew and the sound crew, no one has worked for a year. So everyone was so hyped about doing this. So, you know, the light guys were like, yeah, okay, we're gonna spend 3 nights just programming the lights, and the sound guy was like, there, he took all his and the film crew was incredible. So this turned out so good. I mean, it's really top quality, and that I was amazing doing that concert finally after so many years of doing Reggae Kiss and dreaming of doing it live somehow, and then getting it to work, to get everyone together and to do it in maybe the best possible way, to do this live stream that turned out amazing. I mean, couldn't ask for more.
Awesome. Just awesome, man. Man, it's crazy about all this stuff. You're a little kid, you do all these things, and now you're just like, it's like blown up. It's like you know?
Yeah.
Now everybody's going to see you. Now that you're not, I figure you're going to come on, you're going to have your wig on, and you're going to yell, nobody will be able to recognize you. Now everybody's going to recognize you without the makeup on. So everybody's going to come run up to you. I want you to sign my album, sign my album, sign my album.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Are you getting recognition for what you're doing in the band from fans?
Yeah, I mean, fans are writing. We get people writing. So, yeah.
And what's the plan for Reggae Kiss post-pandemic?
Actually, there's no real plan except doing music. I mean, we just do this for fun and because we love doing it. So as long as it's fun, then we'll continue doing it, I guess. So I really, really hope we could get together a little tour. That would be so much, amazing. It would be really great to get it together. But we'll see. Hopefully, we can get out and play some shows and, well, even get to America. I mean, that would be great.
That'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. I think it would do pretty well. You know, I think if you get to theaters, you know,
Yeah.
Not, I think it would do pretty well. The word's spreading very much so, and I see the positives. A lot of positive, a lot of positive vibes from it too. Like I said, people want to take the stuff on vacations. They want to listen to it when they're sitting here at the beach or something totally different, but still Kiss wise in a way. It's fascinating, man. It's really good. You guys have seriously blown up since that first video or first song you did till now. It's unbelievable.
The only thing is that I think it's sad how they for us, the medias, to reach people through Facebook or YouTube and stuff. They really started these last years limiting how many people you reach if you don't pay top dollars. You know, so that's really sad. I mean, we have thousands of people that are liking our Facebook page, but only people like 100 react when we post something. So we don't reach as many people as we would like, because now after 6 years, people that are really into Kiss, now they are discovering us. I mean, we've been around for 6 years doing this, and you imagine that everyone must have stumbled upon it somehow, but no. So we would really like to just get it out there more. That would be amazing to just see how many more people that could like it.
No, I mean, I have to be honest. I saw a few of your earlier songs years ago, and I thought, oh, this is cool, and nothing more than that. But I had no idea that the album was released till some of the fans posted online. And which is, like you said, it's really a shame that Facebook doesn't promote what you're doing more unless you pay the big bucks. Yeah,
but I guess something is also that if you can find our live clips now from the online concert that we did, and maybe more people will get up their eyes, open up their eyes, because they see that we are actually a band. It's not project.
Are you planning on releasing some kind of DVD of the live show, of the concert?
Well, it's there's no money or a market for that DVD market. It just died years ago. So instead, we thought we put it out there on YouTube for people to see for free instead. Okay. So now we have Reggae Kiss Fridays going. So we release one new song every Friday.
Wow, nice.
So, during 11 weeks, people can get a new song for the Friday beer every night. They can get and we did every other song for the concert was either from the old album or the upcoming album. So there's a lot of new songs as well. Also, you're also releasing some of the newer songs as well. Yeah. Would you be able to tell us what some of those songs are? We put out like I Love It Loud, and we put out A World Without Heroes, and we got Lick It Up coming up, and we got we got a little for everyone, I think. I got one. Can I make suggestions? I don't know if you could do it, because we haven't talked about this, and you said there's songs you can and can't do, but I'm just thinking, just off the top of my head, what is a song that maybe could be done? Because I'm not no pro at this stuff, but I think would be, because it's got to kind of get that sound with the drum sound, is Dirty Living. Yeah. Have you tried Dirty Living? That could absolutely work. No, I think I can see that. I think that would be an awesome one to try. What about you, Pass? What you got? You got one off the top of your head? Oh man, I would love to hear Thrills of the Night in the Night. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the 80s stuff is the hardest, because they put in so much chords, and they put in like all this fancy stuff in the writing, so that don't translate very well into reggae. But maybe Thrills in the Night. I have to try it out. Yeah, I could see that working. Yeah. Which leads to my next question. Do you focus on one era more than another because you enjoy the music more in one era? Or like you said, some songs just don't fit the reggae style, like for example, some of those songs in the 80s? Yeah, the 80s is the hardest. We did Unholy from the 90s, and that was really hard to get. It came out great. Yeah, but that was really the hardest song we ever did. But it was a lot of fun as well. But the 80s stuff is hard. We did with Bruce Kulick, Tears Are Falling, and that worked. So we'll continue digging. But of course, the 70s stuff is, for me, the favorite period. perhaps. I mean, I grew up during the 80s period, so I love that as well. But there's something magic about. I love all the periods with Kiss. Actually, I mean, that's what's so fun about Kiss, that you can hear the 70s stuff. I mean, in the Unmasked, and then the Elder. I mean, Creatures of the Night. I mean, it's so much different stuff, and that's what makes Kiss so interesting, I guess.
So you think like stuff like Off on the Mask and Dynasty, and like, is that way much easier to try to do into reggae than most of the stuff? Because that's more the poppy, disco-y kind of thing.
No, I think the easiest is the earliest stuff. I think
the early stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because those songs are so basic. I mean,
like Strange Ways.
Maybe not that one, but I mean, like Deuce or something. Deuce, and those songs are really basic. Those old songs, and that makes it really easy to adopt to reggae for us.
Mainline.
I mean, it has to be. Yeah, it's kind of a different. You have to have like. It has to be simple, I guess.
You were mentioning about DVDs, that there wasn't a market for DVDs. For your album, did you how was it produced? Was it through a record company, or is that something you did on your own?
That's on our own. It's actually, I work as a producer full time. So besides being a musician, so I did it myself on the side.
So how can people get copies? How can people get copies of Reggae?
Yeah, it's very limited edition. So you have to write a personal message to our Facebook page and hook yourself up there.
Is there any plans to make any more copies of the first album when you release the second?
Well, we have some copies left, but if it runs out, yeah, sure.
Oh, great. Any plan to do any more shows on live stream after the pandemic?
No, there's no plans for it, but we have plans for more shows because we're already booked for like those 2 cruises, rock cruises here in Scandinavia during the fall. It changed the dates 5 times, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been a tough go around for everybody around the world with all the crazy stuff going on. They just speaking of that, they just started opening up stuff here. Actually, last night the Boston Bruins hockey game out for the first time in over 400 something days. They finally had a full capacity audience in the arena last night. So it was the first time here in New England that something finally had almost 19,000 people in the arena. So it was the people were absolutely going there out of their minds anyways, just for the game, but just being finally out and about, you know what I mean? That whole thing. So I can, I can imagine what you guys are just like, oh my God, I want to get out there and play. I want to,
Yeah. We have not come that far in Sweden. Yeah. We have really few people how many is it now? 8 people can be at a concert.
Oh, wow.
On June 1st, 50 people finally can get together. So, but still, you can't do a show for 50 people. So, and it's so strange because I have actually not been playing, 3-4 times since the pandemic started. And normally I'm out playing all the time. So it's so strange being at home on Saturday night.
Doing that first show live in front of an audience again, it's going to feel fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the 100 after that, right? The 100 million after that, right? Just keep going and going, right?
Yeah.
Don't want to stop after just one.
No. And I can just imagine, because doing that show we did, the online show with Reggae KISS, that was so much fun. It was one of the most fun gigs I've had in my whole life. And we just said afterwards, imagine if we had people. That would be crazy. So we're looking forward to that.
Nice. So one final question. Where do you see your musical career, let's say in 5 years from now?
That's so hard. I work, as I said, as a producer for different bands. I write pop rock music for like Asia and Europe and everywhere. So that's like money-wise, where I hope to develop in that way. And musically, I really hope to still have Reggae Kiss and keep that going. And just as a artistic expression, for me, that is so important. So we'll see what happens. I mean, take it day by day and not think too much about it.
Man, all I can say is, again, you got a lot of talent. We could see the passion in you. You know, it's just not about money. You know what I mean? It's about having fun and out there. And like you just said, you have other things you got on, but I think this Reggae Kiss gives you even more like escape. You know, escape from kind of like the real world, right? Is that kind of what it does?
Yeah, and it's for us as a Kiss fan. I mean, I'm a huge Kiss fan. You know, so for me, it feels really good to pay tribute to the band in this way. I mean, I was such a big Kiss nerd growing up that you wouldn't imagine. I mean, you couldn't see my walls. It was just Kiss posters everywhere. And my mother, as a teacher, she did these, you know, overhead copies, you know, for the overhead machines. So I had on my windows. I mean, I had Kiss everywhere. In the ceiling, they had to stop me because I was starting to put it in the ceiling as well. And they said it will look like. And you know, in my school bench, I had the Kiss poster inside the school bench, and I had the Kiss book always up. So as soon as the teacher turned around, I started reading my Kiss book instead. You know, and I had the Kiss pic from the show. I mean, always in front of me in the school bench, like 12, 13 years old. So I'm a huge Kiss nerd, and it feels great to connect to all Kiss fans in my way. I mean, some people write books, some people host, as you guys host a podcast, and some people run a fan club, and it feels really good to do something for the band in my little way. And that's really cool.
That's awesome. Just the way you just said that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
For me, today's podcast was a thrill because, you know, for me, doing a podcast is about connecting with Kiss fans, and that we could connect with a Kiss fan from across the world is just amazing. So, David, thank you very much for coming on this podcast and sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And before we go, can you tell our listeners how can they get more information about Reggae Kiss?
Well, the best thing is to join our Facebook page. Just search for Reggae Kiss, and we post news there and new songs and everything. So that's the best way.
Fantastic. Thanks again.
Thank you.
So to the Kiss Army, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And remember, never stop rocking. Take care, everyone.
Victims turned on his home. We're all happy, no one's alone. Sacrifice my Rasta position tonight. That's right. Babylon, millionaires, lonely people, lonely stares. I'm looking for love, lost in this night. In this naked city, there are 10 million stories. In the night, young lovers, love at first one flow.